Hello everyone, this is Goosebumps Godzilla, and today I'm going to do a video about Slappy the Dummy and how many owners does Slappy have. So, Slappy is the most popular Goosebumps character, and he's appeared in the most Goosebumps books. But how many owners does he have? I mean, he's got a lot of Goosebumps books, and he's got a whole series dedicated to him called Slappy World, so how many owners does he have? So just a note in this video, I'm not counting the son of Slappy because we aren't sure if he's a real Slappy or not. And I'm not counting Slappy's nightmare because the whole book is a nightmare. So anyway, viewer beware, you're in for a scare, and let's get started. So Slappy first appeared in the 7th Goosebumps book, Night of the Living Dummy, and this is probably the most well-known Goosebumps book. Despite him not being the main antagonist, he does have an appearance in the book, but considering he is the most popular Goosebumps monster, he's very small, but he does have one owner in this book, so we're just going to go ahead and give him one owner. Okay, next, after Night of the Living Dummy, is Night of the Living Dummy 2, in which he is owned by a whole different family, so we're going to count this as another one to the list of the owners of Slappy. In Night of the Living Dummy 3, Slappy is revealed to be owned by two families in this one. One from the main protagonist's family, and then the end by the main protagonist's cousin's family. So that counts 2, so we're going to add 2 to the already existing numbers, which is 2, so that gives a total of 4. After Night of the Living Dummy 3 is Bride of the Living Dummy. And so this book is the second Goosebumps 2000 book, so we're out of the original series and into Goosebumps series 2000. But in this book, Slappy is revealed to be owned by two different families. What's Jimmy O'Jarnes, or Jimmy O'Jarnes, or something like that, who is a professional ventriloquist, and the main protagonist. So we're going to add another 2 to our list. Now, we are into Goosebumps Horrorland. So, Slappy only appeared in 2 books in Goosebumps 2000. The other one was Slappy's Nightmare, and as I said earlier, the whole book's a nightmare. So we're into Goosebumps Horrorland, where Slappy is owned by, I forgot her name, but he's owned by the main protagonist. Molly, that's it, Molly. He's owned by the main protagonist, and he's owned by the main protagonist's cousin. So this will add to 2 more owners of Slappy. After Revenge of the Living Dummy, next is, in Goosebumps Horrorland, is Slappy New Year. So we're going to add 2 to this one because it's real that Slappy's owned by both Jonathan Chiller and the main protagonist. So that's going to be adding 2 more to our list. And I think that gives us a total of 10, if I'm not mistaken. So we're adding up. So for Slappy Birthday to You, this is the first book in the series dedicated only to Slappy. It's the first book in Slappy World series. It's Slappy Birthday to You. And so, yeah, this really counts as 1, even though the kid did get it as a gift. So, it kind of counts as 2, but I guess that counts as 2. I guess we'll add 2, but it really and truly should just count as 1. Anyway, so that is for Slappy World book number 1. And I Am Slappy's Evil Twin. So this is the 3rd book in Slappy World. Yes, this is the 3rd one. And Slappy is revealed to be owned twice by this weird puppet maker. And he is also owned by the main protagonist and his family. So that will count as another 2. So, yes, we're building up the numbers. And so far, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember right now. So there's 14, I believe, counting this one. Yeah, I think it's 14. In the Ghost of Slappy, Slappy is revealed to be owned by the teacher and the main protagonist. So I think that's going to be another 2 to our list. In The Dummy Meets the Mummy, Slappy is owned twice by the main protagonist and one of the main protagonist's friends. And, oh yeah, another one because of this puppet guy who originally owned it and gave it to the main protagonist's friend, who gave it to the main protagonist. So that is actually 3. But this next one, Diary of a Dummy, this one really increases the number. And now it's the latest Slappy World book, Diary of a Dummy. So in this book, I have not finished reading it yet. I'm still reading it. But so far I've documented that there are 3 owners mentioned in the book from Slappy's writing about his owners and the main protagonist. And I'm also going to go ahead and count a 4th one for the next Slappy book that's coming out, My Best Friend Slappy. That's releasing on October 6th, 2020, so it's coming out soon. And so I'm going to count another one for that since it's guaranteed that some kid's going to have to own Slappy. So adding that all together, that's an extra 4 to a list that is at 19. So with that extra 4, the total of his owners mentioned is going to be about 23 actually. So throughout the books, Slappy has had 23 owners. In Night of the Living Dummy 2 though, Slappy did mention, oh man, you know, I'm doing all these books about Slappy, and since he's had so many, they keep toppling over. So, but Night of the Living Dummy 2, Slappy did declare that he had a lot of owners before the events of the book. But I really don't know if this one takes place later in the Night of the Living Dummy saga or not. They do not have specific dates for these books, so they can take place in any order. But there quite possibly could be more. But just judging from the total already given to us, it's a number of 23.